Hey Facebook friends, it's just Julie here, and I am just coming from to you today. Last week I left off with my last Facebook Live. We were talking about 6 techniques that you can do to install good habits in your life. And over the last couple weeks, I've been looking at the book The Compound Effect by Darren Hardy, and I've been using a lot of his strategies and techniques and thoughts about how to help us get unstuck. And I don't know about you, but there are many things in my life throughout my time here on this earth that I have really had goals set, and then I get stuck. And so I'm just really wanting to share with you just some ways that you can get unstuck and help get you on the path to reaching your goal. And so the reason I'm doing this is because I really care. I really care about people around me, and I really want to make an impact on people's lives and help them live their life to the fullest. So that's my reasoning behind this, and it also truly helps me as well as I'm working on goals in my own personal life to just reflect and review and then put these steps into action. So that's why I'm sharing with you. And so today what we're going to be looking at is my friend Big Mo. Now, Big Mo is no doubt one of the most powerful tools and forces that we can have in our life that will catapult us to success in whatever area of life that you're working on. And over the past 2 weeks, we've been really looking at goals and things that you want to accomplish and how you can go about accomplishing them. And so today, Big Mo is actually a really key piece. So I'm going to just do a little talk about that, and then hopefully it'll probably take 2 or 3 days as we look at Big Mo, which is momentum. Now, do you remember physics class? I don't know. I wasn't a big science person, but I do remember this, and I'm sure you do too. The first law of physics, Newton's law, which says objects in rest stay at rest unless an outside force comes and pushes them. And objects in motion stay in motion. Now, this law many times can really relate to our own lives. So an easier way to put this, a couch potato on the couch usually stays a couch potato. And those that are achieving success in their lives, in whatever area that might be, in parenting, in marriage, on budgeting, on education, in your career, in your health, whatever that goal might be, if you are finding success, so many times it just keeps going, and it really begins to roll over into any other areas of your life. So it really kind of has the same effect as the Newton's first law of gravity. So what I want you to look at today is when you're adapting change and you're taking small steps and you're progressing slowly, when you keep doing that, eventually Big Mo momentum is going to happen. And when that sets in, it's going to just catapult you very quickly into that success. But there's something that has to happen in the front end. And so I want you to think about this. Now, in my childhood days, way back when, they had merry-go-rounds. Now I know they're kind of a danger in our society right now, so you don't really see those around anymore. I think they've removed most of them, but they were one of my funnest. They were so fun. I enjoyed the merry-go-round. But do you remember piling your friends on the merry-go-round, and maybe you were the one that needed to push the merry-go-round? You know, those first couple steps, they were really hard. Do you remember just pushing? I mean, all your friends are on it, and you're slowly pushing it, and you're pushing it, and you're pushing it, and it is really hard work. But do you remember, as you continue to take those small steps around and around and around, do you remember what happens? All of a sudden, momentum takes place. And the merry-go-round begins to go faster and faster, and it's easier and easier, until all of a sudden you can jump on the merry-go-round, and the merry-go-round is going around and around and around. You know, once in a while it might slow down, so somebody would have to jump back off, but it didn't take much work. They just had to do a couple of quick steps, and the merry-go-round would go around and around and continue. Well, that's how momentum works in our own personal lives. You know, you've set maybe that goal and you've established a great habit and you're taking small steps. And yeah, sure, at first it's kind of hard, but you continue to take the steps and take the steps. And it's hard, I know. And some of you might not like what I have to tell you because really hitting your goals takes work. But the more and more you take those small steps, the momentum, Big Mo, enters in. And it gets easier and easier and easier until all of a sudden you are in full-blown success with that goal. Now you're on a roll. And so many times as that momentum and you've grasped success in one area of your life, then it pours on into another area of your life. So that's why it's so important not to give up. And I see this so many times in the business that I work in. People start, they're all excited, and they're consistent for a while, but then they give up because they're not seeing immediate results. And unfortunately, our society has really it's really kind of trained us that things need to be immediate. And if we don't get that immediate gratification, we just stop. But if you would continue small and steady steps, I guarantee you without a doubt, you would find success in any area of life that you're really working on and have goals that you want to achieve. So Big Mo, though, unfortunately, works on both sides of the equation. If you continue to stay at rest, stay on the couch, continue to do those bad habits, and you're not working towards your goal, it's just going to get easier and easier and easier to stay stuck. So I don't know about you, you basically have two paths. You can get on the path up towards momentum and take those small, steady steps, or you can stay on the couch. The choice is yours. Now, in my personal life, I have been at that stuck place. I know what it feels like. I am not talking to you as someone who has never been there. I have, trust me, I have been there. I have been stuck. I have been miserable. But I've really had to work hard at getting myself into that place of being unstuck and finding that momentum. And so I just want you to think about these 5 things. So you've made some good choices. This is how you can get that momentum started towards your goal. Then you keep working at making those choices, and you make those choices on your goal and your core values. And then you start putting them into practice, into place. And then you repetitively do them over and over and over, small and steady steps. And as you do that and you build a routine, you're truly going to find momentum. It's even like with a rocket ship. When that rocket ship is about to be launched into space, it takes the most energy at the point of launch because they have to break that gravity. They need to break that gravity so that they can just sail out into space. But at that very time of launch, just like when you are breaking or working on a habit, it's hard. It's hard work. But once you continually work and take those small steps and you begin to just fly and soar, and it becomes easier. It's just like that rocket ship. Once they break that gravity, they've used their most fuel and energy at that point of launch, then it's easy sailing. And that's what happens so many times in our own life as we're working towards those goals. But what happens is we stop before we get to that point. And so I want to really encourage you today, do not stop. If there's something in your personal life that you're really working on, or in your professional life, do not stop. There are big companies that are super successful. You would know these names: Apple, Google, YouTube. Go back and research these companies. They started out small, struggling, almost to the point of not being able to continue. But because of vision of their leaders and because of continuing to take those small steps, look at those 3 companies today. Huge. They are everyday words. We know these companies and we look at them with having true success, but it wasn't always. Go back, look at these companies. They struggled at the beginning, but they kept taking those small and steady steps. You know, Michael Phelps, we look at him as just an amazing Olympic gold swimmer. But you know what? It took him 12 years of consistent, repetitive work in order to get to that place. So it just didn't happen. So today, my my point that I want to get across to you is Big Mo will show up, but you have to take those small, consistent steps. Do not give up. Whatever it is you're working on in your life, please do not give up. You can accomplish that. If anything, I will be your biggest cheerleader. You can come back to my site and I will cheer you on. If you want to message me and you're struggling, drop me a line. I am here to help you because I believe that you can achieve your goals and live the best life possible. Now, tomorrow when I come on, we're going to look at the power of routine and how that works at getting Big Mo to even work more successfully in your life. So come back tomorrow. You can always listen to my recordings. If you're getting any value out of this, please share. Drop a message in the box if there's something you're struggling with, something I can help you with. Put a 1 in the box if there's a goal that you're working towards. I'd love to get some feedback from you, but I want you to know this. This is my thing I want to leave you with today, my thought. Do not give up. Big Mo will show up. Continue to take those small, steady steps, and I promise you, you will be soaring. All right, that's all I have today. Have a great day, and we will chat tomorrow.